the way that Mcauley supported me was like as a whole human and as a mother. Like that piece for me was life-changing, life-changing.
As some sisters really kind of studied it, we began to realize there's a lot more of this than we realized, and it is impacting the families that we're dealing with in school and elsewhere, and we just hadn't noticed it. So a very small group of sisters kept pressing, we've got to do something. March 25th, 1988, the program opened officially.
Mcauley Residence is a two-generational program that also has housing. One of the things the two-generational program brings forth is targeted supports for both mother and child, and the population that we're committed to are those who are affected by substance use disorder. The beauty of Mcauley is we create an external treatment team that also includes parent education and resources from Opportunity Alliance in Portland and Penquist in Bangor, and they remain connected to those resources after they leave us.
It's a mindful process. So the phases are designed to teach life skills. So, other programs end in 28 days, but you have 2 years to work on it. So the first phase is designed for the recovery. It's designed to set up all those supports, therapy in place, play therapy for your children, case management if it's needed. The second phase is to go back to work or school, so it's setting you up for that independence. The third phase is setting you up to launch, to be out in the community, not in the safety of Mcauley.
We helped to think about ways for this to work best for the residents and came up with a strategy together about having this be inclusive housing, so that rather than a program that is off on its own, this really allows women in recovery to get to challenge themselves with real life situations right in their community, right in their building. And I think that is the secret to the whole building, is that it's a really nice place to live. Anyone would feel proud to have that be their home.
We were able to secure funding to launch a second location in Bangor, which began in March of 2020. So just as COVID hit, but we are really thrilled at the outcomes there.
Just seeing those little light bulbs go on of really understanding what reflection and critical thinking is, and watching them discover ways in which they're successful is just, it's amazing to witness. I help the women with exploring post-secondary opportunities. I help them when they're looking for jobs, some coaching around doing an online job search, resume writing, interview tips, how they can use their recovery as an asset.
The women are like, I can't go to a parent-teacher conference. I have too much shame. The parent coach is making the first call, and then the second call gets a little bit easier, and then we're sitting side by side, the mother, and then she makes the call. And then the third call, she'll come downstairs and be like, I did it by myself. I connected with the school. So I've got my power back.
When you think about a coach, the way we think about it with sports, right? It's a person that cheers you on, that holds you accountable, that provides new information, shows you new skills, helps you practice them. And that's what the parent coaching model is about. It's the same, taking that concept and moving it into parenting and family cohesiveness.
There's the common ground. All the women come together and they're craving that community. They want that support from their other sisters. We do out-ins. We come together. We go out in the community. We practice parenting skills out in the community. So things we learn in class, it's like, let's go out in the community and practice this together.
There's a woman there. She's graduated since then, but I think she has 3 kids. And she was in a bad mood one day, and one of the kids said, Mama, let's breathe. And the child started to do the breathing exercise that we do, and the mother had taught the child. So the child could actually remind the mother, it's time to take care of ourselves in a different way. There's so many tools in yoga. So many tools, I think, in every class I teach, there's probably a different tool for a different mood.
Every time it felt like there was a really big wall to hurdle, I had someone right there that would say, that's okay, we're gonna figure it out. Not just the times when I was most vulnerable, but the times that I really didn't know what to do. I seriously had no idea what to do. And just a little bit of guidance and a lot of support helped me figure out, like, what are my next 5 steps? What are my next 5 steps? When I got a job and I started saving money.
I don't think I would have had been able to build back the bonds with my children in the way that I did if I had had to, you know, not be able to be their mom for 3 years.
What you often hear from women is this is the first time in their lives they've felt safe. Without the commitment from, you know, philanthropy and community, we're not able to provide that safety.
A donation to Mcauley is helping fund a new beginning for the women and their families. It's really going to break the barriers to access resources that they typically don't have access to.
The women want to be there. These women have chosen to be at Mcauley. No one's making them go there. The courts aren't saying you need to go. There's an intrinsic motivation to get better. And to give to Mcauley is to honor that intrinsic motivation, to honor that sense of survival in a mother who wants to be there for her children and who knows deep down underneath all of that pain and trauma that she deserves better. And what a more worthy cause than that.
Mcauley Residence in Portland and Bangor relies on private fundraising to meet its $500,000 annual operating budget. We must raise $10 million for an endowment to sustain and permanently support this life-saving program. We hope you will join us to help ensure a healthy community of hope and healing for women and children. Pledges can be made over 10 years. Please visit northernlight.org/Mcauley or call 207-272-6983. Thank you for your consideration of support.